Hey guys, Sundown here. This is going to be my chapter review to Nanatsu no Taizai 303. Everyone will be your strength. Now that sounds very familiar. That kind of phrasing sounds very familiar to a manga we all love to hate on. Now, this chapter, like I say, was a mix of inconsistencies, a little bit of hype. So let's get to it. What did we learn? Meliodas is surprised by the presence of the sins in Elizabeth, who reignite the flames of kind of passion, life, war in Meliodas. Once again, I have an issue. I didn't actually write this down. I just thought about it now, but I have an issue with the fact that Meliodas, he's surprised that the sins in Elizabeth alive. I mean, he trusted his dad, who is known for kind of being a poison, is known for not being exactly the best father to Meliodas, possibly not the most truthful father to Meliodas, and is just kind of a snake in every possible way. You know, he wants to manipulate Meliodas in any possible way. So when he tells Meliodas anything, even if it's true, Meliodas should say, "Nah, I think you're chatting shit. I'm not going to listen to you." So the fact that Meliodas is surprised that both the Sins and Elizabeth are alive, I'm just like, you should know better than that. And he should know better than that. If anyone knows better than that, it's Meliodas. King tells him that Ban continues to fight outside. Elizabeth says, "All of us will be your strength." Literally says, "All of us will be your strength." And Merlin says, "We're here in the flesh." Nah, actually we're here in spirit. I was like, bitch, which is it? I know they're there in spirit. She's just chatting shit to make up some bulk for the chapter. But I'm like, why did you need that? I know this is nitpicking now. This is just but when I read that, I was like, who the fuck says that? Oh, we're here in the flesh. Actually, no, we're not. We're here in spirit. I was like, what? Bruh, I'm not going to complain about that further, but I was just like, bruh. So, also, quick news flash for everyone, because I've been seeing this all over the place, and I'm going to at all you guys, and then I'm going to find out I'm wrong or something and be really embarrassed about it. But I'm going to at all you guys and stick to it just because I want to do it anyway. But all of y'all are just like, the Demon King's in purgatory. Demon King's in purgatory. The old Demon King looking dude, he's in purgatory. Bruh, Galth, I've been saying this for the last few chapter reviews, and Griever's been saying it. Shout out to my boy. I'm pretty sure Grimm's been aware of it. Everyone on the Boar's Hat podcast has been aware of it. The Demon King, in his old form, in his kind of legendary form, if you want to say shiny form, he's not in purgatory. Galth literally says this chapter that they're in the world of the captain's heart, i.e. Meliodas' psyche. They are not in in purgatory. And I think one of the things I mentioned many chapters ago, or a few chapters ago, was the fact that the Demon King has both arms. In purgatory he lost an arm. The fact that he has both arms here either suggests that he's able to reattach his arm or grow another arm like Piccolo or some shit, or he's not in the same space and this isn't his physical purgatory body. He's not there anymore. This is a new form. So that's what you should have gotten from that. This is Meliodas' psyche. They are not in purgatory. And I don't even think these are Meliodas' emotions per se. This is Meliodas' psyche. This is Meliodas in his entirety, just introspectively. Now, they are not in purgatory with the Demon King at half strength either. So they're both there. The Demon King both there and in the physical world isn't at 50% strength. He should be at 100% strength. Another piece of evidence is that Meliodas says he spent 1,000 years over in purgatory, referencing it as a place he was, as a place he was, and a place as in it's there somewhere. He's not referencing it as if he was still there, and he's not there right now. So he references it as a place he was and not is, and that's kind of another clue that they're not in purgatory. So they're not in purgatory. Short story, long story made short. Now, Elizabeth tells Meliodas she loves him, spurring the Demon King to leap in the air and deliver a filthy swipe at his son and friends. And I really like that panel. I thought it was dope. The Demon King just jumps up and he's getting ready. He looks like he's about to kick some ass. Meliodas, however, stands his ground and with blinding speed and unknown strength, literally unknown strength, takes chunks out of his father's chest and midriff. Now, oh boy, people will not like what I have to say about this. People won't agree with me here. But what the shit is going on right now? I mean, this is the Demon King. Meliodas is absolutely fodderizing this guy. He is eating him up for breakfast, dinner, lunch, and then he's storing him in the fridge for the next day. This guy, he is kicking his ass. And I understand that Meliodas has renewed vigor now that he knows Elizabeth and the Sins are alive. And I made mention of that last chapter, and I was like, I'd be okay with that. But when he says their emotions have given me strength, I was like, boy, like, how can you not compare this to that popular manga we all love to shit on? This is literally fairy tale at this point. Now, like I said, just like preluding this point, I stick by what I said last chapter. This turn of events is far better than Meliodas unleashing a new form or some shit now that his friends believe in him, or now that his friends need him. But it's still bullshit that he has such power now that his friends are there and he knows they're alive, that he can just toy with the Demon King. I mean, like, if he can toy with the Demon King, if he's had this strength, which he has, it's not like he's just powered up. What this part of the chapter is suggesting is that Meliodas always had the strength. As of like the last few chapters, he's had this strength to just kick the shit out of the Demon King. He was just extending the fight for like shits and giggles. So he's got enough power to essentially one-shot the Demon King at this point. He backhanded the fuck out of him this chapter. So I'm just like, if he has that power, either just freaking end it or be consistent and not give Meliodas that amount of power. I'm acting the Kaaba right now. Meliodas is insanely powerful, and he should not be able to foderize the Demon King like this. This is not a good final fight. If it is the final fight, this is actually quite horrendous. I don't like it. I'm not enjoying it. Well, to an extent. I just don't think it makes sense. I don't like the power scaling. I've never liked the power scaling, and the fact that Meliodas, like I said, that he has this power but hasn't chosen to just absolutely destroy his dad. It's like, if you have the ability to do it, do it. Kick the shit out of him right now. You had the opportunity before he even said Elizabeth was dead or some shit like that. Meliodas had the opportunity to end his career. He knew Ban was outside fighting. Why are you making it harder for your boy outside? Just kick the shit out of him. End it right there and then. It's like, come on, man. So like, the Demon King, let's move on. The Demon King in the physical world then decides to attack the friendship crew, who are protected by Mael and Reduciel. The Demon King then does this was actually a really cool part of the chapter. He does this really cool move, this technique, where he essentially ejects his iron spider arms. They fly and spiral into the air and fuse into this mustachio Thanos avocado looking thing called the Sighing Sage, which opens its mouth and fires explosive bursts for days. Ban snatches it out of the air and slams it into the ground until the Demon King then slams his elbow into Ban's face. This is the other inconsistency that I've not been enjoying. When Meliodas was fighting or hurting the Demon King prior to this, Ban was able to body bag the physical Demon King, like literally body bag. Go back to those chapters. He's smiling as he's dodging the Demon King, and then he delivers a whole kind of whoop ass to the Demon King. Meliodas literally, once again, just popped holes in his dad, and Ban is getting his ass kicked. What is going on? Can Ban keep up with the Demon King or not? Can he fight well against Demon King or not? I understand that this is desperation mode for the Demon King, but Ban was making easy work of him when they were fighting earlier. I mean, easy work. When Ban is smiling during a fight, easy work. That's what he was doing before. So this is another part of the inconsistencies. This is really inconsistent. You can say what you want in the comments. I'll read up and maybe I'll change my mind. But for me, really inconsistent. And I need to check out Griever's review after this. I feel like he might say the exact same thing. Anyway, Reduciel uses up what looks like the last of his life energy to shield his younger brother and the Sins one last time against the Demon King's attack. And I really like this. I mean, like, Reduciel's arc, I feel, needs to have been more focused on and kind of a larger part of the story. I'm not sure if it's... I haven't reread Taizai like ever, so I can't really like pull information, pull images to my head, but I think Reduciel's arc hasn't really been a focus point, but I feel like it kind of should have been more to the fore of the story, because, or at least closer to the fore of the story, because now Reduciel's literally burning away his life to save. We knew his younger brother was always on the top of his mind, but for the Sins as well. So I really like this turnaround that Reduciel's had, realizing what's important, realizing that he needs to stand with them against the Demon King. But then again, it's not like he has any filthy demons on his side, so, you know, has he really completely turned around? I don't know. He's really just with the same people he was with from the beginning, you know. So Ban tries to stop the Demon King, but gets bodied, kind of. Suddenly, a shadowed figure leaps through the air, collides, and pierces straight through the Sighing Sage's attacks, and then with the Blade of Darkness pierces the Sighing Sage straight through. And I was like, boy, it's only going to be one guy. The Demon King, who wanted to keep this matter between family, has been betrayed by his executioner and his younger son, Zeldris. Obviously, he used his god ability to nullify the magical attacks coming from the Demon King's Sighing Sage, but this is a nice turn of events, and I'm hoping that Zeldris makes it out of this alive. I think I speak for everyone when I say that this guy deserves some freedom. He deserves a W. He deserves to kick some ass. He deserves to be freaking awesome. I love Zeldris. I think he's an awesome character. He's really well designed, really well thought out in terms of his story and stuff like that. I'm hoping he makes it out of this alive. I'm hoping he doesn't get fodderized by the Demon King or something like that. Hopefully Ban and him will team up and kick the shit out of, or help to kick the shit out of the Demon King. Once again, it's not something they should be able to do, but it seems like they're able to do. Maybe sometimes when Nakaba feels like Ban is up to the task. But that's how the chapter ends, and I'm ready for Zeldris to kick some ass. So let me know what you guys thought of the chapter. Let me know what you guys thought of this review. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Check out Griever's review too, because his ones are usually dope. Well, mostly dope. I haven't seen a bad one. So check those out, and I'll see you guys in a bit.